Briefing will be in about 5 minutes. If you see your name on this list for DMOB, you do not need an IAP. Just report to DMOB at your assigned time. We'll get started with briefing in about a minute. If people can work their way to the front. And for assigned overhead leadership, there's assigned seating that you can find. Good morning and welcome to the operational briefing for the TCU Lightning Complex. I'm Brett Preston, Plant Section Chief for the Incident Management Team 6. Please silence your phones, turn down your radios, and take sidebar conversations off to the side. And just as a reminder, this briefing will be live streamed on YouTube, and you follow that by the QR code on the front of the IAP. Incident objectives. Management objectives are to provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times, protect property, improvements, and infrastructure, ensure costs are aligned with mission priorities, ensure coordinated, timely, and accurate release of public information, continue to enhance and maintain positive relationships with all local partners, cooperators, and stakeholders, protect economic, natural, cultural, and heritage resources, implement fire suppression repair activities in accordance with approved suppression repair plans. Our control objectives are to keep the fire within their current fire perimeters. And now with the current situation update from night operations.
Good morning, Dino Osadas, Night Operations. I'm going to start off by saying thank you for the line personnel. This complex had 21 fires. We're down to 3 that are not in patrol status. In branch 20 has 12 fires in that branch. 2-3 continue to have mop up and success. They're about 500 feet in from the perimeter, looking good, and continue that mission to backhaul the hose lays that are not needed. Going into branch 70, 9 fires in that branch. 6-5 continue to get do pretty good mop up, looking for interior smokes to pretty mitigate all the stuff that we're seeing on roadways around it. Still taking calls for service in the Chinese camp. Yesterday we had one for a gas leak. We assisted them and mitigated that problem. Going into 6-2, continue to mop up. We're finding heat along the Romeo side of the division, the right flank, down closer to the lake side, where yesterday we've been working that out to mitigate all the smoke and take care of that, put that to bed. Fire suppression repair, north. Continue to work on the fires that are in patrol status. Yesterday, they had a new start from the track of a part of the equipment that was working in that area on 1-3. So we're going to mitigate that and use fire suppression personnel close to fire suppression repair. They've been continuing to fix the roads to make them open it up from the damage that we did when we're traveling up and down. Fire suppression repair south. Continue to work on the fires that are in patrol status and mopping those, rehabbing those to the best of our abilities, and doing fence work on 6-5. That's the end of the current status. Thank you.
Next will be weather from our incident meteorologist.
Good morning. I'm Mark Leffelbein, the incident meteorologist. Relative humidity did recover pretty well last night, 70 to 80% in most locations. We have a lot more moisture in the air. You can see that with the mostly cloudy skies overhead. I do have a 25% chance of rain in our forecast for today. That means a 75% chance you're not going to see anything. So if you do see anything, I don't think it's going to be too impressive. Small chance of thunderstorms again, not likely. Best chance will be over the higher terrain to our east. So I think we're probably going to remain dry for today. Temperatures have been cooling down over the past week. That'll continue today. High right around 80 this afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies expected today. We're not going to see a lot of sunshine to really heat things up. Relative humidity will not be too low either. 45% for our low RH today. So that increased moisture and humidity is what's going to feed that potential for rain over the next few days. Winds for today are going to be mainly terrain driven without the sunshine. It's going to be a light terrain driven wind. This afternoon, I do expect winds to pick up out of the northwest, gusting up to 15 miles per hour, but that's going to be in unsheltered areas, ridge tops. If you get out into the flats below 1,000 feet there in the western portion of the complex, you might see that. Thank you and have a safe day.
Next will be a fire behavior report from the fire behavior analyst.
Good morning, Ross Dollarhide, fire behavior analyst. So the changing conditions are apparent. The clouds are moving in. We have up to an 80% cloud cover forecast for the day. With that, you'll see fuel shading, and the increased humidity values will really start to ramp up those fine dead fuel moistures. So really favorable conditions overall for us to be able to be successful in maintaining those control objectives. So just for perspective, Our fire behavior outputs, meaning the rates of spread, fire line intensities, probability of ignition, and et cetera, are about 50% of what we saw at the peak of this incident. So again, that just speaks to the favorable conditions that we're seeing today, and it providing us a great opportunity to continue the good work. Probability of ignition is down all the way to 41%. So fire suppression repair and the potential for new initial attack starts, I think, is going to be really diminished today. So please reference the fire behavior forecast in your IAPs for what to expect in a free burning environment outside of the complex area. Thank you.
Next will be safety.
Good morning, everyone. Jack Warden, your safety officer. So now's the time to turn to page 5 and 6 of your IAP so we can start to review your safety message and your risk analysis. Since the team arrived, the safety shop has asked a lot from you all as we set high expectations for you and your crews. So to date, our safety record paints a clear picture that you've listened and you've met those expectations. And for that, we say thank you. However, today is not about expectations, because expectations look inward. Instead, today, when you go out, begin to look outward. Start to ask yourself, what have I learned? And what do I know? Who needs to know it? And have I told them yet? So today, ensure that the safety of your crews is just as important as the safety of the crews who will inherit this incident for the long term. So I'll leave you with this. Wear your gear, slow down when you drive, and smile at everyone you see. Thank you and have a safe shift.
Next will be incident assignments by day operations.
Good morning, Mark Thomas, Resources. Roll call. Operations, Bogan. Totticini. Deputy Operations, Schwab. Frederick. Pereira, Trainee. Night Ops, Munson. Asadas, Trainee. Branch 20, Cox. Division Bravo, Schindler. Bosia, Trainee. Division Mike, Rushdoni. McCracken, Trainee. Branch 70, Kazir. Alpha Alpha, Lopez. Huckinen, Trainee. Fire Suppression Repair Branch, Pack. Peterson, Trainee. Fire Suppression Repair North, Colomer. Fire Suppression Repair South, Hinault. Lopez, Trainee.
Good morning, Bob Todeschini, Day Operations. We all understand that we're in the grinding part of this incident. That being said, I ask that we all remain vigilant and be ready to respond when called upon. Divisions, I'd like you guys to identify any IA resources or any resources for IA and keep an engine close by suppression repair. Let's finish strong and turn over a good project to the Tuolumne Calaveras unit. Thank you.
Next will be air operations.
Good morning, Justin McCready, Air Support. Today at Columbia and available is 2 Type 1s and 1 Type 3. 9 Whiskey Lima will be water dropping only. Then Copter 607 will be our day hoist ship. And the Type 3 will be 7 Alpha Lima, and they're available for recon and Helco platform. Also at Columbia and available is AirTac 440, Tanker A2, Tanker A3. End of report.
Next will be medical.
Good morning, I'm Amy Clark. I'm your medical unit leader. Today we're going to have 3 ALS units, 2 of which will be available on the line for the next 12 hours, and 1 will be available for camp for the next 24 hours. We'll also have 3 12-hour fireline medics, and CalMat and Bert will still be available in camp for any of your medical needs or supplies. For any camp or line emergencies, we're going to follow the 9 line, which you can review on your medical plan 206 on page 13 of your IAP. Thank you and have a good day.
Next will be communications.
Good morning, Ryan Clausen, Communications. Please turn to page 14 for the 205. For tactical assignments, Division Mike, CDF TAC 30. Division Bravo, CDF TAC 31. Division Alpha Alpha, NIFC TAC 1. Air to ground will be on CDF Air to Ground 7 and Air to Ground TAC. Thank you. Have a safe shift.
Next, logistics.
Good morning, everyone. Brian Louise from Logistics. A couple important notes for today. Last time to drop off your laundry is going to be 1800 today. As of tomorrow morning, supply will be closing at 0900. Fuel will be closed down at noon. And of course, our last breakfast is going to be tomorrow morning here at camp. So you heard a lot of thank yous today, and I just want to echo that. We certainly appreciate everything that you guys have done while you've been here. But when I look off to my left, the pile of hose today is much smaller than what the crew brought in yesterday. So I'm going to ask you to rise up, put a little challenge out there. Any hose that is out on the line, garbage, trash, please make sure to get that back. We want to have that here today so we can leave the unit as whole as possible. Thank you and have a good shift.
Next will be training.
Good morning, Jared Lees, training specialist. Just a reminder that all trainees on this incident must close out with training. If you are legacy paper task book, please bring a copy of your task book evaluation record, a 225. For evaluators that are recommending for qualification, please state that in the 225. If you are QMS, please submit a request for feedback and then come see us in training. Tomorrow at 1400 hours will be your last time to receive a valid training record. Have a safe shift.
Next will be demobilization. Sorry, it's going to be PIO.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Ricardo Coronado, Public Information Officer. If you can turn to page 17, I'll give you guys some updated numbers of the fire incident. Currently, the fire is at 13,869.19 acres. It is 89% contained and a total personnel of 1,374. On page 17, you'll be able to see our social media handles, Facebook and Instagram. Take a glance at some of the information that has been given out to the community regarding the fire incident. If you come in contact with any media out in the field, please review media law, and you can also provide them the incident media line information as well. Also, take a moment to review the social media policy. We are still accepting lost and any found items that you might find in the field or at base camp, and you can drop them off the trailer out in the front of the base camp. Thank you all for the support and have a great shift.
Next, we'll have closing comments from the TCU line officer and our incident commander.
All right, good morning. So I wanted to start off talking a little bit about how we got here. So the phrase of the day would be under adverse conditions, you create great collaboration. So where we're going there is exactly 1 week ago, we had a lightning siege that came through the Tuolumne Calaveras unit that impacted 4 counties, specifically causing devastation and a situation that we had to deal with that was going to be above what we would normally do in 2 of those counties, Tuolumne and Calaveras. Everybody came together, regardless of patch, regardless of jurisdiction, regardless of what their normal day jobs were, in order to fight what we needed to do to deal with this complex. Whether it was fighting fire, evacuating folks, manning traffic control points, providing logistical support, all those different things that need to be done to go towards a sense of normalcy for the citizens here in these impacted counties. And from the unit, I wanted to say thank you and that I appreciate all the work that's been done to this point. With that, I'll pass it to Chief Magana.
Good morning, everybody. Jerry Magana, one of the Unified Incident Commanders. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for the work completed thus far. Without you, we couldn't be where we are. Your attention to detail has set the unit up for success. Every day that you guys go out and find those control objectives and get them met, it is one day closer for us to turn over the incident to the unit. So thank you for your attention to detail. With the cooling weather pattern that we have, it is another opportunity to take advantage of and make sure that we meet the control objectives identified today, because it's going to be one step closer to turning over to the unit. Today is the last briefing that Incident Management Team 6 will be hosting. We'll be turning it over back to the local unit and Type 3 organization. So it'll remain the same operation, just look a little bit different. So you will receive all the information that you need to be successful. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are representing the unit and the team appropriately. So go out and meet those objectives that were identified, get there safely, and have a safe shift. Let's go to work.
Thank you. And as we bring our operational briefing to a close, a couple of things. Branch and division breakouts. There's signs up front. Please find your branch and division that's assigned for your briefing following our operational briefing here. Unassigned resources will be to the south side of the stage over here at this table. Our next planning meeting will be at 1800 hours today, and our next operational briefing will be here tomorrow morning at 0700 hours. This concludes our operational briefing. Please turn your phones and radios back on and have a safe shift.